Attention passengers, this is your conductor speaking. We are about to arrive at the hesitation station. Please mind your step as you enter the station.
Two, one. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hesitation Station podcast. I am your host, Jay, along with my awesome co host, Tank. What's up, buddy?
I'm Pokemon Master.
You're a dumb Pokemon Master.
I know you ain't fucking talking. I don't
Yes,
know the
we
difference
are,
between
as you could tell,
real
we are talking about Pokemans, right? Is it Pokemans?
and I mean, you can call it whatever you want.
Oh,
Pikachu will look on you in disdain.
how about we call it Pocket Monsters? Isn't that what they
I
were
can dig
called?
that.
Isn't that what
Yeah,
they were
in
called?
Japan,
Yeah, Pocket Monsters. That's right.
Pocket Monsters. And then they brought it over here and shortened it to Pokemon.
That's true. Because, we decided Pokemon was easier.
I think they went with the whole cute aesthetic.
That's fair. Marketing. Anyway, everybody, before we get started,
Ta-da!
please like, subscribe, and follow all of our social media accounts. We're on every platform: Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. The link tree is down over here.
Over
We
there.
would be more than happy to have you guys follow us, and we are grateful for everybody that's following us right now. So thank you guys, and we appreciate you guys listening to our ramblings, even though they
Also,
go way right.
and left, and up, and down, and every other fucking
AABB X
house.
R1
Yeah.
R2.
Sir, there are no numbers in this. I don't know where they came from. But,
Yeah, 7 just kind of came out of nowhere.
but also, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to fucking reach out to us, man. Yeah. Give your opinion on things, episode suggestions, something you want us
Yeah.
to touch up
we
on.
would we would love to hear from you guys just about episodes and what's your favorite
We
thing, like what is your okay, I'll tell you what, Tank. to the
we're great.
people to the people that are listening right now, I want
All four of you.
anyone, everybody scream. Okay, no, you don't have squirrels in your pants. Dan, you need to come on here. I've reached out to you, buddy. Anyway, Dan Poffenmeyer, the guy that made Phineas and Ferb.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
I don't know that.
this is what I'm talking about. We get sidetracked. Anyway, for all the people that are listening, I want somebody to name off their favorite Pokemon in the comments of the last post that I made about Pokemon. Does that make sense?
Eevee.
Nobody gives a fuck about what you're thinking. We got a
Eevee is
buddy.
my shit.
Dude, Eevee has so many evolutions though.
I'm not talking about his evolutions. I'm just talking about Eevee himself.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
We got a buddy named Will that is absolutely in love with Cyndaquil. Like that is his boy. That is his Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah.
But see, why does people like Cyndaquil so much? He's just a little
He,
bitty fire type.
he's the fire version of Pikachu.
And his evolutions are actually badass.
In my opinion, he's the fire version of Pikachu.
Have you seen the evolutions of him?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Quilava and Typhlosion.
Yep.
I'm
So
gonna date myself here, but sir, I've been playing Pokemon since fucking Red and Blue came out.
Old ass.
You know what? I got a lot of things I can say to you, but
I
we're
mean,
really trying to
I
be
can't say
right now.
nothing, man. I played those two. I'm
Yeah,
30.
you're not that far behind.
Yeah, I'm not that far. I think my favorite Pokemon, if I had to choose all of them, and this is gonna sound so generic. Okay, just bear with me. It's Charmander.
You basic bitch.
I'm sorry, dude. Dude, he was my first. Every time I had to pick my Pokemon when they had like the very three, like I would always go
Yeah,
after
you're a
Charmander.
starter.
Yeah, your starter. Yeah.
My whole problem with him is how in the ever loving fuck are you gonna have a Pokemon that looks like Charizard and is not a dragon type? Until he got one of his mega evolutions finally got the dragon type. The boy looks like the dragon. How is he
Is he
not
not a
the dragon?
dragon?
No, he's
But
fire
he
and flying.
but he involves two
He
Charizards.
is fire and flying. He is
How is he you
Charmander is
say
fire.
flying?
Yeah,
How is he
Charmander
flying?
is fire. Charmeleon is fire.
Oh, and then
Charizard
flying.
is fire and flying. Because
That's right. I thought you meant like Charmander and Charmeleon were fire and flying. I
no,
was like,
the
what?
first two are fire. He gets the flying once he becomes Charizard. How he's not a dragon, I have no idea. That has fucking haunted me for years.
That's fair. That's fair. Now, if I had
Then
to
he got a
go,
mega evolution.
if I had to go off like if I had to deviate from the basics, it would probably be Lugia. He was because do you remember the Pokemon movie? I think it was called Pokemon 2000.
Yeah.
That's where Lugia first made his big appearance. That for me was like really cool. Like seeing Lugia and seeing all those Pokemon, like that to me was the best movie
Birds.
ever. Yeah.
Yeah, those are
I forgot their name, so I'm not gonna even try. I know it's like Zapdoids or something like that.
I just said them.
What is it?
Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres.
Those, see? Yep. There you
Zapdos is
go.
electric, Articuno is ice, and Moltres is fire.
And they were all fighting in that movie, and then Lugia is like, "Hey, stop!" He just kind of came out of nowhere.
It took a minute, but they were like, "You right."
You right? they literally looked at each other and like, "You right, fam?" And just dispersed out.
You remember the third movie,
Which one was that one?
Pokemon the third?
Or was it literally called Pokemon the Third? No.
Yeah, they brought out Entei and the Unknown.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie. I remember the Unknown.
The chick's parents or dad or whoever disappeared. The Unknown made her fantasies a reality, and her dad was Entei.
That's right. I remember that now.
There's so many movies.
Oh yeah. What is what is that dog's name? That's what I'm trying to look up right now.
What dog?
He's a dog, but he's not a dog. He's like a legendary Pokemon. Hold on.
Entei?
No, it's not.
Suicune?
No, it's
Raikou?
not. We just
You know what its typing is?
I think he's fire. Let's see.
Entei is a fire legendary. He came in Gen 2 with Lugia and Ho.
I think that might be. Is that
Because Entei is fire, Suicune is water, and Raikou is electric.
How do you know how to spell Entei?
Entei. The big burly looking.
That's him. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that's the one that was in the third Pokemon movie.
Yeah, he was really cool. I really liked him. I think is he a fire type?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Good.
fire, Suicune's water, and Raikou is electric.
He's beefy.
That's a big burly motherfucker.
Imagine that
Suicune's all
rushing toward
sleek
you.
and shit. Hell no. I'm fucking rolling.
Dude,
Bye.
imagine you trying to like break into a house and they have Entei as a guard dog.
You just go up to the window and his big ass is just sitting there staring at you.
Like,
That is
you
a
know
house
what?
I would never rob.
You know what?
You can
This
keep
house
all your
looks nice as is. We just,
I need to find out who does their decorating.
yep, that's a nice wall right there.
That sure is a pretty color on that ceiling.
Um, okay, so here's a hard question for you. Are you ready? Who is your least favorite Pokemon?
I might get a little flack for it, but I'm cool with it because outside of the daycare, I think he's pretty useless. I could be wrong. Not a huge fan of Ditto
Ditto. Okay, so why?
because he only knows one move, and it's called Transform. And he becomes a copy of the Pokemon he's fighting, and he gets like a very, very limited set of moves. Like how you have to have power points to use the move.
Mm-hmm.
Like if a move has 35 power points, he might get like 15. So
Yeah.
I
Now, are
mean
you basing that off of like the Pokemon, or are you basing that off like the card
the
game?
game.
See, base it off the
No, like the
Pokemon
video
though.
game.
Oh, the video game. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you base it off the actual show, though, you know,
If we're basing it off the actual show,
I mean, he did do a couple good things, but not a lot. But it's decent.
ah, still got to stick with them, man.
Still got to stick with him.
Yeah, I'm I in the game. Yeah, all I did when I caught one was stick them in the daycare. Like once they introduced the whole egg uh thing, just shoved them in the daycare and left them there.
So, so they're over here waiting for their dad to come back. Daddy, not your dad, and just leaves. Just some random
Well, no,
nurse.
I put them in there with uh like I'd get the other starters because what I used to do was I'd have one copy of both of the games and I'd had two Game Boys, so I'd start a game, pick the starter, and then go to the other game, start a game, pick a different starter, and swap the starter over. So I'd have all three starters on one game. Well, at some point they put in gender, and I'd shove Ditto in the daycare, and then put the starter in there, or put whatever in there, and just get eggs.
That's fair. Um,
You serve
I
no
guess
purpose other than that.
I guess my least favorite Pokemon is probably like everybody's least favorite Pokemon. Mine would have to be Magikarp. He's the most useless Pokemon I've ever seen in my entire life of existing.
I'll take my statement back because I forgot about him.
But see, like everybody's like, dude, you need to evolve him. Okay, so wait. You want me to deal with him flopping around and being useless to get him to evolve? No.
Well, there's an easy way to fix that. Just put him at the back of your party and give him the experience share.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
There's
evolves to
a
level 20.
dude. So speaking of, so I was scrolling through TikTok and there's a guy on TikTok that is called Youth Pastor Ryan. You may have heard him. And he actually went on Southwest Airlines, I believe, or some kind of airline, and he lost his Switch on it, and he lost all his Pokemon data. Every single
Ooh.
Pokemon that he has ever collected and ever caught, all of his data is gone.
Oof.
And I'm like, dude, I feel that. Like
I feel
I
sorry.
haven't really played the Switch versions of Pokemon lately, but I have, and I'm dating myself here. I've played the Game Boy versions of them, and I know what it's like to lose all your shit.
They say if I get corrupted, you ain't got nothing.
Nothing. And what happened with Boulder's Gate? Gonna have to start all the way over. I'm just so happy. You can tell my excitement, right? That I have
The
to
joy,
go back to the goblin camp and kill these people all over again.
just the joy, just exudes from your face, from you
It's
so much coming
it's
out.
so
The top
I'm
of
so
your head.
happy that I have to go rescue a druid again.
Maybe you can do things differently now, though.
Be evil, got it.
Oof.
But yeah, that okay. So we're talking about let's before we get off track a little bit, like we just did. If okay, if you could have a Pokemon in real life that you can carry around with you everywhere, you have an actual Pokeball that you can carry around, take it around with you. Which one would you have? And no, that's the thing. It cannot be your favorite.
Oh, you shady motherfucker.
Because I knew
Oh,
you would say Eevee, so I had to give you a little challenge. This is going to be a lot of cutting out today for editing, folks.
it's your fault. Oh,
We're giving you a hard question. Brain go burr.
brain do go purr. Part of me wants to say Lapras,
Okay, okay.
but the other part of me wants to say Blastoise.
Blastoid, you just
I,
going to carry
I think
around a water Pokemon
I
and
think
be
I'm gonna
like,
go.
blast him.
I think I'm gonna go with Blastoise because don't get me wrong, I like Lapras, but he's only good in the water.
True.
Blastoise can go on land and walk around and shit. So I can go on adventures. You know, I can go through the forest or through the mountains or wander the Sahara Desert or whatever and be fine because I have the water.
Hmm.
But then I could get a fire type and explore like the Himalayas and Antarctica and find the Yeti.
I guess if I had to choose. So the problem with me with this question is I actually have two that I would like to carry around. So mine would be Mew, not Mewtwo. Mewtwo's
Yeah.
a, a bad word. um,
Well,
because I
he
mean,
reforms himself.
well, later because Ash straight up went up and threw these hands on him,
Ash is the only one to ever throw hands with a genetic monster.
and he's like, "Bam!"
Like,
And
really?
Mewtwo's like, "Really, bro?"
I
And I
got
think that's why,
everything you can do.
and I think that's why Mewtwo likes Ash though.
Yeah, because he gave him the business. Everybody else is scared of him. Ash is like, you know what? You're going to get this right hook.
You gonna get it?
It didn't do nothing.
It didn't,
But
but he just
he
kind of
got the right hook.
technically didn't Ash technically die like for that
Yeah,
brief
he got
moment,
turned to stone.
right?
Yeah,
And then he came back.
that's, man, that dude's died. I don't know how many times.
So okay, before we go into this, let me tell you my Pokemons. Okay, it would be Mew because I would love to travel around with him and just out of nowhere defy gravity just because. Um, and then my second one that I wish I could have would be Abra because you'd be like, "Hey, I need to
Teleport.
teleport somewhere." Shoop.
See, I didn't think about that.
Mhm.
I wouldn't go with Mew because, you know, I don't like heights. So, fuck that. But yeah, I could do, I wouldn't do Abra. I'd do Alakazam.
Do you think they did that on
You
purpose?
still,
The
you
whole
still get the
Abra,
teleport.
the
Yeah.
whole Abra Alakazam.
Abracadabra. Yeah. They did that on purpose.
So it's Abra and then Kadabra Alakazam.
And you notice, the older he gets, the more spoons he has.
I'm always out of spoons, fam.
Abra has no spoons. Kadabra has one. Alakazam has two. And then his fucking Mega Evolution has like 300.
What's his mega evolution?
Mega Alakazam.
Oh,
The boy is surrounded by spoons.
oh, hold on. I gotta
He,
look that up.
he looks like he's about to raid Baskin Robbins. He's like, I'm coming for them 31 flavors, boy.
Let's see. Hold on. Jesus. He's
See all the spoons?
okay. So he only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He only has 5 in here, but he's sitting. He's sitting
Boy,
like
ain't even got to walk.
no, he's floating. He's doing
Yeah.
like this.
he's
Oh
doing
my!
meditation. Yeah.
This man that says, "I'm gonna throw every single spoon and every single flavor."
The boy's just floating through Baskin Robbins eating everything.
Oh, I got a perfect picture that I can put on here if we get this out quick enough.
Talking about 31 flavors of deliciousness.
Why does he have 2 spoons?
To double dip.
Starting to rethink this whole what would you do about a Pokemon? I don't know. The teleporting's cool, but like
Well,
why
with
the
Dr. Zen,
spoons?
you still get the teleport.
I just like Abra because he's cute. The first one, not the second one where he has spoons.
Kadabra.
Oh my god. Dude, I'm seeing a picture where he has spoons just all around his body. He
The
said,
boy is going for the 31 flavors.
he said, "Let me take a dip in your Baskin Robbins." Oh my Jesus. Okay. So you've heard about that theory though. Let's go to that.
Which one?
About where okay, so the theory goes that Ash is actually in a coma, and
yeah.
that's why he never ages.
Yeah.
So that's the theory that
When he got struck by lightning.
right. So
Yeah.
he's actually an old man, and he is all this that he's dreaming, going to gyms and getting his badges, getting Pokemon. All that's just a dream.
It's what he wanted to do.
Man,
You know how, dude, that would throw me off so hard.
dude, that would ruin 90s kids.
And it was just him
100%.
waking up in a hospital.
Yeah.
Around like his mom's gone because he's been gone out for so long. So it's like Misty and Brock are there. Even Team Rocket's there, but they're not Team Rocket. It's just Jesse and Jane.
Yeah.
He wakes up like, what the hell?
That would shatter everything that we knew. That would oh man. Now I know Jason Page did a song at the end of it all.
He came back and sang the theme again.
Yeah, but it wasn't the theme. It was like
He altered it to have it, I guess, show what Ash accomplished.
Yeah. Now, just for everybody on here, we were supposed to have Jason Page on, and that's why we waited so long to do this. But the man is busy, a lot of cons, a lot of holidays. So definitely wish you the best, my guy, and hope you can make it on one day.
We should try again in the future.
Yep. I mean, he's well known and well versed in what he does. So you can't really blame the guy. Especially if you got to go to cons constantly, man.
Yeah, I think he's outside of Pikachu. I think he's probably the most well known for Pokemon.
Yeah,
I mean, because everybody knows Pikachu.
Everybody. I just thought of that video.
What are you thinking about the one? Oh, that's Onion Turtle.
That's Onion Turtle. Rock dude.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Pikachu.
man.
Everybody know Pikachu.
Everybody knows Pikachu. Oh man, that was a good video.
Yeah, that's one of the few that they did that I actually like.
So would you travel with Pikachu?
No, I'm not trying to get electrocuted.
I mean, I just got electrocuted. Look at him. He's fine.
The
Allegedly.
motherfucker's in a coma.
Allegedly. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd travel with Pokemon, but it wouldn't be Pikachu.
Yeah, we already know who you travel with. You already said it. You literally just said it.
I would want to give Fampy a try.
Who?
Fampy. He's
Bitch, I thought you said
pre-evolved.
Bambi.
He's the pre-evolved form of Donphan.
I, th-
Armored elephant looking.
I thought you said
Like,
Bambi.
This ain't Disney.
I mean, what? I mean, what was gonna happen? You were gonna choose Bambi to travel alongside you, and he's just gonna make sure you don't get shot.
Deer Pokemon. There are deer Pokemon. Don't fucking tempt me.
I know.
Get one
I'm
and
just
name it
saying.
Bambi.
Just saying.
I will get one and name it Bambi and be like, "Come on, baby, let's go on an adventure."
Couldn't even protect his mom.
We're not gonna go there.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, everyone. I'm kidding.
So, what's your favorite Pokemon game?
Okay, I'm gonna get some flack for this because a lot of people like hated it. I guess back in the mid 2000s, early 90s, whenever it came out. But I loved it. I remember playing it on my 64, and I remember enjoying every bit of it. Pokemon Snap, where you just take pictures of Pokemon the entire time.
I enjoyed it. It was a fun one.
It was one of my favorite games, dude. I remember playing it on my 64, and I was just living life. No bills, no personal stuff, nothing. It was just
2 liter of Mountain Dew, a bag of Doritos.
Okay. No. It was a 2 liter of Coke and a bag of Doritos, sir. and the Totino's Mexican style pizza. Never forget. R.I.P.
It's like you lost your best friend or something.
Hey, I did. They took it away from us. See, I didn't have
It was a delicious, wonderful treat.
I didn't have a problem with it, man. I didn't have a problem with it. But I was scrolling through TikTok, and the French toast guy that would do commentating on like different things that you can miswrite or something. You know who I'm talking about? He was supposed to be on here, but he had other obligations. No? Okay, do you remember? You're going to have to cut this part out, or most of this part. But he was the dude that he would read signs that didn't make any sense. Do you remember that? I showed him at the house at your place.
Sure.
Okay, good. My point is, he brought that up over on TikTok one day, a couple days ago, actually. And dude, it's like a childhood memory slapped me in the back of the head because I remember those pizzas. I remember having them. And I'm like, damn, Totino's really do be taking that from us. And they took away the Mexican style pizza, and it was so good. And they took it away. And now it's just a memory in my head. And they won't bring it back.
How do we go from Pokemon to pizza?
Because pizza is life. Pokemon are not real. Pizza is. So, yeah. I just want to say if Totino's ever decides to bring them back, I'll be one happy lad.
Go buy stock in it.
Hell yeah. You're absolutely right. Because think about it, man. If I get a stock in it and they decide to take it off shelves again, I'll be like, I have the power.
You know, you gotta have 51% of the stock to have power, right?
I can make it happen.
Okay.
Sell my trailer, sell my car. I got this.
I highly doubt that's gonna be enough to buy 51% of the stocks for Totino's. You might get
Okay.
like 3%.
So, what is your favorite Pokemon game?
Yellow.
Yellow? The
Yep. It was the
Pikachu
very.
edition?
Yep.
Yep.
I played the ever loving hell out of that game. It was the first game that lets you get all three of the starters.
Yeah.
You started off with Pikachu, just like the story, and you eventually found Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. You
Yeah.
no
I
longer
remember
had
playing
to
it.
fight and restart games to get all three of them.
I remember all of that, my good fellow. Are we dating ourselves a lot today?
Shut up.
Everybody, we're both old. It's okay.
He's super old.
Picture 36.
You ain't that far behind me, motherfucker.
I'm only 30.
Exactly.
I'm still young and I'm buck and in shape.
And yet, the last time we talked about it, I'm in better shape,
Yeah, which is weird.
right?
Which is okay,
Considering all the crap that I've put myself through, I'm in
considering
better shape.
considering that you used to go to the gym a lot, sir.
Fair.
Okay then. You know, the last time I went to the gym was with you and
Ever?
Will. That's it. Yes, I went to the gym with y'all.
Huh.
And then me and Will kept trying to have like a competition to see who could go up higher, and I lost.
I remember taking other Jay with me one time, and he's like, "Never again."
Never again. So
All right, back to Pokemon.
okay, yeah. Back to Pokemon. Back to Pokemon. So anyway, about the gym reps. Now let me think. If so, you know Veronica Taylor is I believe, hold on.
Voice of her Ash.
Yeah, Ash. I want to make sure
Yeah.
because I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, yeah. Veronica Taylor, voice actress for Ash. So if we could do an interview with a voice actor from Pokemon, who would you choose? So obviously mine's going to be Veronica Taylor. That's why I mentioned her because she is Ash and she's very well known, very well versed. Um, and Ash is also my favorite character. Beside, believe it or not, this is going to sound cliche, Brock. Brock's my boy because he was always he would always be going into the nurse places and always hitting on the nurses. I was like, dude, he's got game somewhere.
You
But
know he
Ash,
eventually got a girlfriend, right?
who'd he go? Who'd he get? Oh, excuse me. Who'd he get with?
Olivia.
Let's see.
Oh, my
Oh
bad.
yeah.
He proposed to her.
What was it? Olivia though.
Yeah.
It was. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember her. Cool. But yeah, who would yours be?
Brock.
Brock. It would be Brock. Okay. Of
Yeah.
course.
And I would ask the main question that I've had since Pokemon came out.
Mm-hmm.
Why does that motherfucker not never open his eyes?
Maybe because he just wants to chill.
Well, see, there was this um there was this stuff going
Wait.
around before how Snorlax finally opened his eyes and he let out Hyper Beam.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, if Brock opens his eyes, he's gonna let out a Hyper Beam.
So Eric Stewart voiced Brock. It looks like. Um.
I've always looked at Brock as like the dad of the group.
So there's multiple voices of Brock. There's Bill Rogers, Eric Stewart, which Eric Stewart we actually met at I believe Comic Con or Anime Fest, one of the two. He Eric Stewart voices Kaiba as well.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, and then believe it or not, dude, guess who else voices Brock? It
Steve.
look no, Steve. It looks like your boy Johnny Young Bosch voices Brock in Pokemon
Really?
Origins. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
did not know that.
That man is
Everywhere, dude.
wow.
Everywhere. I
Where
really wish. I
wow.
really wish I could like re-ask him my question because I already told you my bad question with him, and I just felt so horrible. I felt so bad. Man,
Yeah, you'll get
he
another
is
chance.
maybe one day, but he is versatile. So which Brock would you have then?
Eric.
Eric, yeah, same here because that's what I would
Ideally,
go
I
with.
would like all of them on there, but if I have to pick just one, then I'm gonna get Eric.
That's fair. Because Eric is also Kaiba and James and Brock and just
Yeah.
everybody. It seems like. Um. Okay. Cool. That was a lot easier question than I thought it would be. To be honest with you.
I got a question for you.
42.
A lot of Pokemon.
That is.
If you were in the Pokemon world, you were a gym leader.
Mhm.
What would be your type?
What would be my type?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. Water.
Like why?
Because I've always liked water. I've always liked that element. It's kind of like when people ask me, "What element would you choose if you were a bender?" And a lot of people always say fire. That's the most well common one that they want to be. I would like to be water because even now, I know this is going to sound weird, and for most people it will, but water is definitely 100% my element because it's where I feel the most comfortable. It's where I like to be. Like for example, when I was a kid, I remember diving into the pool and going underneath and just holding my breath for like a minute and a half straight just to be under there because it was calm, it was peaceful. I had nobody, no kids screaming, no mom screaming at me, nothing. I was just under there, pure serenity. And that's kind of how I feel now. So I know water would be my element. No ifs, ands, or buts. But yeah, what
So,
what about I think yours would be fire, wouldn't it?
no.
No, what would yours be?
Wait, you talking about element or uh
I guess just both element and Pokemon. Like
well,
what?
if we go element, then I'd like to be like Bolin,
Who?
but I'd be a mud bender,
A mudbender.
earth and water.
Okay. What
Uh,
what about Pokemon wise?
but Pokemon, um, probably like the rock and ground type.
Rock types.
Yeah.
And another reason.
Ooh.
Hmm,
Uh, hold on. Let me before I say anything. Let me double check his type real quick.
what type?
Okay, yeah, he falls into it. Uh, like one of the main staples would be fucking Tyranitar.
Oh yeah. Well, see, the reason why I say what I say is because, and this is tying into Pokemon. A couple of my favorite Pokemon are in the water type, except for Magikarp. Fuck him. Um, but no, like for example, if you think about it, it all depends on where you're at. So if you come to me and you're fighting me for a gym badge, I'm obviously going to be in a water gym. So I'm going to have 100% more
Well,
leverage
yeah,
over
you'd
you.
be the gym leader, so you
But
would
see, here's the thing.
jump up
Here's the thing. Hold
fight.
on. Hold on. Calm down. Calm down. No, here's the thing. What is the earth made of? Like 70% of it. It's made of water. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have an advantage over you pretty much everywhere we go because there's water in the ground, there's water in the ocean, water in lakes, water in ponds. I mean, I would have an advantage as a Pokemon trainer. So that's why I say what I say. And then on top of that, you have some bomb ass Pokemon types that are in water. One of those being Gyarados. He has straight up massacred Pokemon before and just been like, all right, I'm done. And he hasn't even done big moves. I've seen him take down other Pokemon just using a regular basic move. So that's why I say that. Okay, I'm done. I'm done right now.
We'll see. You know, I yeah, you have the advantage in the ocean and all that, sure. But I mean, I've got the advantage on land, so I
Right,
could
but
do
what comes out of the ground?
well. See,
Water.
you have to dig for that water in most parts.
That's
The only
true.
time you get water at ground level is ponds, rivers, lakes, stuff like that. We're nowhere near that. I win. You know, Sahara Desert, I win.
Yeah.
And then I could get the Reggies, Reggie Rock, Reggie Steel. Like it'd be pretty dope. I could at least get Reggie Rock because he is the rock type. But I could technically get Reggie Steel as well because Onyx has that Steel evolution. He becomes Steel.
Is he still technically rock though?
He evolves from a rock.
Oh. He said, I'm no longer rock. I steal.
Just to steal your Pokemon.
So I do want to say this. At some point, we need to have an Avatar episode before the new thing drops.
The blue people or the benders?
The blue, no, not the blue people. The benders, sir. The
Okay.
benders. Yeah,
Okay.
because you know the new one's coming out in February.
Is it?
Yep,
I didn't realize it was that close.
the new Netflix live action.
Huh. Yeah, we'll have to do an episode before it comes out.
Yep, I'll be down.
Because I am a massive fan of the original series.
You know how
And
hard it is? You know how hard it is for me to not talk about being a bender right now?
I'm also a big fan of Korra. I enjoyed that series.
Korra wasn't horrible. Okay. Anyway, we'll save that for another day.
Pokemon, yes.
Pokemon. You got any other questions about Pokemon?
What's your favorite legendary?
I think I already said that, didn't I? Lugia?
You said Lugia for a different question.
Oh, well, it's Lugia.
So drop Lugia.
Why?
Can't have Lugia. Because you said I couldn't have Eevee, so you can't have Lugia.
I guess Entei?
Just like him because he's big and bulky.
Entei or what's his name? Arceus. And well, is he technically a legendary?
Yeah, I mean, he's the Pokemon god.
Yeah. Then there Arceus.
Too many of them.
Yeah, there's way too many. I like when things were simple back in the Pokemon 2000 movie where they only have like 4.
I could pick one, I'd go with Dialga
Okay.
because he has the whole control over time thing.
He's like Father Time, but Pokemon version.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you messed up.
What is the first Pokemon?
Pikachu?
No.
I don't know. Kaguya. Oh, sorry. Wrong.
So it's funny as hell to me because there's three, maybe four different ways you can do it.
Hmm.
In the Pokedex, Bulbasaur is the first Pokemon, but then Arceus is the first Pokemon. When you look at the lore,
Mm-hmm.
uh, apparently Mew is the first Pokemon because it's the ancestor of all Pokemon, and then Rhydon is the first when you consider the real world creation of the game. Because apparently, when they first made the games, Rhydon was the first Pokemon that they started working on. So it's
There's a
funny
lot.
because it's like, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
what's the first? What's the first Pokemon?
That's a trick question.
Yeah, I just find it funny.
I feel like Arceus would be the first one because I mean he's technically the god of them.
Yeah, if you go by the lore, he is
Yeah.
because at the beginning there was nothing and an egg. Egg hatched. Or
Egg's like,
I
yo.
know too much shit about
Dude, there's people out there that know
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
10
that
times more than
make
us.
me look like I'm dumb.
Yeah. There was a guy actually that he he said Pokemon saved his life because he would collect them and he was, he was ultimately about to pass away because he had a medical condition and he kept collecting Pokemon, he kept enjoying them, he kept having high spirits because he enjoyed it. And he survived. He's now 36 years old, you know. I mean, and dude, people he knows a lot more about it than you and I. Now that's not just him. There's people out there that know a lot about it.
That's why I like stuff like this, man. There's always something to learn, and you can always find people that enjoy it.
Yeah,
Get
absolutely.
into that group and have that camaraderie.
Now, if you're one of those people that are like, um, I know more Pokemon than you, then
Gatekeepers.
yeah, then yeah, y'all guys
I can't
go back to
stand.
your dates. I'm sorry.
I,
Sorry,
I'm
not
all
sorry.
I'm all for people uh, showing off what they know.
Hmm.
Like if you know more about Pokemon than I do, fucking congratulations. If you know more about an avatar or whatever, high five. I will applaud you for knowing a lot of shit that I don't know.
Right.
But the minute you take that knowledge and lord it over me like it's some kind of trophy that I'll never have, you can kiss my ass.
But I do that sometimes
And I've told you to stop, but you just won't. I don't know why.
because I can't stop and I won't stop because that's my ninja way. Okay. Anyway.
This is completely wrong show, sir.
No, I mean, for the most part, my thing is Naruto, obviously.
Yeah.
And I still learn stuff about it to this day as well. You know?
I mean, my thing is Power Rangers. And I still learn stuff about it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
still think from our Naruto episode, I still think Itachi would have been a good Hokage, but getting off of that.
I mean, I'm not saying he wouldn't have. I'm just saying he would have been.
This is what I'm talking about detours, sir. we, so many detours.
So,
All
all
right.
right. So, hold on. All right. So, in All right, so the anime has Ash, right?
Has what?
Ash.
Right.
In the manga, it has red and blue and green and silver and all that. What do you think at the end of it all, if you follow Red's story, what do you think would happen with him? Do you think he'd just retire, or do you think he'd
See,
be
the
a gym
thing
leader?
is, and I'm gonna get a lot of crap for this, but I've never really read the manga or manga, however you say it. Um, I've always watched the shows. I don't know anything about red and purple and blue and green. You know, I don't know anything about them. So I can't answer that question. And see,
What do you
like,
think would happen with Ash?
okay, what was the question with Ash then? Rephrase it with Ash.
Do you think that he just retire, like years down the road? He's done everything he could, or whatever. Do you think he'd just retire and just live
No.
his life however, or would
No.
he be a gym leader, or would he stay the champion until somebody finally beat him and took over? Or,
I think what would happen to Ash personally, and this is just my opinion, is that I think he had a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of roadblocks. First, I guess you could say, especially going to different gyms, going to dealing with Jesse and James and stuff like that. Just doing a lot of stuff. So what I think would happen to Ash is, I think he would become a gym leader, but he would also be a gym leader that's not a total dillweed and actually help other trainers that are striving to be great like him. He would help them understand the Pokemon. He would help them understand how they work and what they can do when they evolve. He would help them be like, okay, if you're going to hit this road, take this way, not this way. Had bad experience here, and there's a lot of bad Pokemon there, so take this road instead of the tall grass, you know? So,
whatever you do, stay out of the grass.
that's what I think Ash would do. I think he would be helpful. I think he would keep going, and then he would kind of do what you just said. He would wait until somebody pretty much took over his spot. But
Yeah.
he's stubborn, so he wouldn't be okay. You beat me, I'll take over. You can take over. No, he would make sure that you are worthy of taking over his spot. I'm not saying he's full headed. I guess I'm saying he would look for a predecessor before anything. So that's what I think.
You mean a successor?
Whatever.
Predecessor is the guy that came before him.
You know what I meant. Thank you. You just cut
Well,
that shit out. It's fine.
why? It's fun. Anyway, um,
What about you?
I think he'd end up kind of like Professor Oak. Like
Kind of like what?
Professor Oak.
Okay. Yeah,
He
I could see
he'd
that.
be the Professor Oak of battle. Like whereas Oak is the scientific, Ash would be strategist. Like you
That's
would
fair.
go to him to learn how to be a really good Pokemon trainer.
I
Kind of
could
like how
see
they
him.
have that school.
I could see
You know,
him being a Professor Oak though.
yeah, like how they've got that school. You go in and learn about the match types and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be kind of like that, but he'd have like a dojo.
A dojo.
Yeah,
That's fair.
like you would battle, but you wouldn't get like a like if you go through his courses, you get like a diploma or whatever, a starter, oh, damn it, certificate, or something like that, showing that hey, you were trained by Ash, the greatest Pokemon champion we've had in 100 years. And then people would be like, oh, okay, well, you're a damn good Pokemon trainer.
Yeah,
That would
that's
just
fair.
be the foundation. You have to
No,
do
I agree with that.
Pokemon.
I feel like he would be a good Professor Oak. I agree with that.
Hell yeah.
Well, on that being said, I think we're gonna close up because I got to go play Baldur's Gate.
Get back to your shit.
Get back to my daily grind. Everybody, please don't forget to subscribe to us and follow us on all of our social platforms. We would love to have you guys. We would love for you to be hesitant people.
Just hesitate and stop by the station.
That works. Yeah, what he said. For our next episode, by the way, I'm not gonna tell you what's gonna go on, but I will tell you this. I'll give you guys a hint. Everything is not what it seems. So yeah, there's your hint. Take it to what you will, but you shall see come, I guess Monday, maybe Tuesday. I don't know. Haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I have no idea.
That's because you didn't watch the show.
Watch what show?
Don't worry about it.
One of these days.
All right, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed you
To the
habanero
fishies.
pepper.
Oh, I love peppers. All right, guys. Make sure to follow us. Keep in the loop. I appreciate you guys as much as Tank appreciates his beard. That's a long beard.
Not as long as I'd like it.
I just shaved mine on accident today, so I got like a little ducktail going on. Say what?
How do you shave on accident?
Well, I put a guard on, and the guard was like, "Hey, my guy, I'm not the right length."
Failed horribly.
So, all right, guys. Jay and Tank out. We hope to see you next week. Peace out.
Attention passengers, this is your conductor speaking. We are departing the hesitation station. Please stand clear of the closing doors.